Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel on this episode of Milan Coast to Coast. Well, Rossoneri fans, we are back. It's another episode of Coast to Coast, your home for all things red and black from Milano to both coasts of the continental USA to the world, baby. Tonight, we're talking Derby domination. Not only domination, the nation of domination. Tonight, we're talking history, baby. Not just a win. Tonight, we made a statement. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 games, no losses on this season. First time in history, we've beaten Inter in 3 different tournaments in a single season. This episode is all about pride, grit, and maybe, just maybe, the littlest of sparks that could save our season. We got the greats tonight. We got some debates. We're going to be talking, and yes, we're calling out some of the fake fans out there. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, like you're hanging out with Diddy and Gio in LA, because it's going to be a roller coaster tonight. Gio, you, me, off a victory again, the Derby? Well, before we can get into it, this is what you got to do. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get the update when we're going live. Make sure you smash the like button. Leave a comment if you're checking us out later. Follow us on all of our platforms. If you want the audio experience, check us out on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, or wherever you get your audio platform stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Fabio, it's Gio. Are you ready, G? You're muted, asshole. Do it again. I'm ready. Oh, man, let's go.
Milan Weekly Podcast presents Milan Coast to Coast with your host, Gio and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bitch. You thought we were going to be quiet? You thought we were going to take this episode down? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, now you motherfucking know. That's where we belong, on top of the Derby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Get us in here. Don't ever forget it, bitch. 2024-25. It's red and black, baby. Treble, no more. Treble, no more. You know, we're going to let this ride tonight a little bit. Get your drinks up, ladies and gentlemen. Get whatever paraphernalia you have. If you're shooting straight, let's fucking go. And is Rodrigo? Where are the Interista now? All of your favorite Interista that are out there talking that shit, you make sure you bring them in tonight. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milan Coast to Coast. I'm your host, Fabio, joined by always my faithful partner, Gio, coming live from Long Island, New York, and Southern California. Gio, are you as hyped as me tonight, baby?
Man, I'm high. I told everybody, man, I said, forget the season. These were the most two important games, and we showed out, man. I told y'all didn't want to believe in me, but God did. Shout out DJ Khaled.
I love it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's episode, making history and stopping. Look at that fucking spell check I got going on there. The treble, baby. We make history. First time defeating Inter ever in 3 different tournaments in the same season. 3 victories, 2 ties, and 1 big fuck you to their treble hopes. Down the drain. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, if you haven't subscribed, please do. But if you want to be a part of the show tonight, we got 2 ways you can do it. One is get ready for the report card coming pretty soon. We need you to put your grades out there so we can read them live, just in case we're on the border of anything tonight. And also, super chats are open. Great way to put a super chat in. It's a beautiful night. We'll read your comment or question. Let's go. 2-3. Nothing, Milan. What a beautiful night, G. Let's just talk about the game. Let's go through it really quickly, and then we'll talk about the historical dominance that we had this season. But the game starts off, in all honesty, we are still playing 3-4-3, right? We're sticking with the same starters. We're going to let it ride. Jovic, listen, I have to be the first person. I got to put this up because I was talking shit. So I got to put this up there and let everybody. Jovic, I owe you an apology. I wasn't really familiar with your game, baby. I mean, I just didn't think it was going to come through. And thank God nobody listens to me. And Jovic went out there and did his thing. But before he did, there was nothing coming from Milan. Very lackluster first half until, what was it? The 36th minute. We get our first shot. And it comes off a great pass by Jimenez, and Jovic gets on the goal. What were your thoughts at this point, G?
Before we go, shout out to Ramirez Sarah, man. Will the real Lord Figo please stand up? Please stand up. Lord Figo, bro. You could go from triplete to cerote real quick.
Man. Let's see where he better come through tonight. He better come through. But go ahead, G. What are you thinking?
No,
when
you know
saw
what,
that goal, bro?
You know what, Fabio? That has happened to us like a lot of times this season. Like we're punching at them, we're jabbing at the team, and then they just hit us with a gut punch. And that's what we did. Inter, they were on top of us. The first 10 minutes, I will say, it was kind of like back and forth, but and then they just started taking control, and then we punched them in the gut, and they didn't even know. Barella's hairline went all the way to the back. You know, he got to go to Turkey real quick. You know, his shit went like he didn't even know what had hit him. Nobody on the Inter team knew what had hit him, but they were successful. Whatever that word is to get hit on the can. Oh, okay. You know that S word, that shit that makes you vulnerable, but it is what it is.
Acceptable.
To get hit on the counter, bro, on the counter attack, because Bisek was playing like striker. Remember, Fabio, he was playing striker. He was coming as a
man. He had a chance. Let's be honest. Darmian has a great chance. It's early in the game. It's like the 10th minute, and it comes from Pavlovic. And I don't know if it's Teo Hernandez. They're trying to go forward and leave a huge gap behind. And thank God Darmian makes a fucking whiffer, because he had a great opportunity. Just put it on net. It's a chance he beats Mike, but he puts it just wide, low and to the left. Thank God for that. Then there's another moment, which is very scary moment, that they quick start us again. We know we're susceptible to this. Our guys kind of tune out for a second. So Jimenez gets himself caught out. And thank God DeMarco doesn't put a great shot, but still somehow gets past Mike and hits the crossbar. But that's they don't have too many other chances. A lot of other chances that they have in the first half are very like easy headers or easy shots right at Mike, easy for him to contain. And then we hit them right there in the 32nd minute. They couldn't believe it. They were the better team the whole time. Man, just all of a sudden, Milan gets one shot, one goal, boom, we're up. Now we look better. You had to believe, all right, just don't give up a game, don't give up a goal early in the first half, and we should be okay, right? Right? That's what I was thinking going out. But that's not the case. We get the goal early in the second half. Thank fucking God. And this one comes off some good passing. Pulisic tries to do something, but works a corner at least. Then Theo puts in probably his only good cross, I'm not going to lie, off a corner that he's probably done this whole season. He's been trash as a corner kick taker. But this particular one somehow hits Barella. I don't know what he's doing, but Jovic does a great job to break away from his marker, and he's wide open and just nice little toe poke, boom, 2-0. We're in the fucking lead. And it was just beautiful. And then Tijani at the end, beautiful pass. Leao does a great job. They don't slow down. Theo kind of has a collision right before. They don't stop. They keep going. And Tijani just does what Tijani's been doing this year, which is score fucking goals, bro. So just what were your thoughts overall seeing the score? Listen, man, this tie was over, bro. This is not a game where you could look and say, damn, Milan got pretty fucking lucky. Inter didn't make good chances. They didn't. Tonight, they were gassed. They were tired, playing with a few backups in there. No Dumfries, no Thuram. Boo-hoo, fuck you. You still have tons of guys. You wanted to rest people because you're thinking about Roma on the weekend because you slipped up against Bologna. But for me, this was a Milan performance that we needed, man. They looked good. They looked smart. And it's like, all right, maybe Conceição is breaking through a little bit, but we'll see, because you could do this against Inter. But what happens when you play lower teams? You lower your standards and you fall in a hole. What do you think before we move on to player ratings?
Fabio, and remember, what you missed a very big chance for De Vrij, that Magic Mike. I don't know how he says.
That's right, bro. I did forget that.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Even Lemone, he was asking him at the end of the game, asking him like, how did you save that? So I mean, that was a big, because if he doesn't stop that, that's 1-1, and then we don't keep on going on top of them. But I think that was a big save. That was like a goal, Fabio, for us, and I was happy.
Huge, bro. And we're gonna talk about what I believe happened there. But all right, let's go, guys, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. You know what time it is. Time for the report card, baby. All right, and we got to start at the back, G. I know that's how you like it. So let's go with Mignon. We'll start with Mignon. What's your thoughts on Mignon's game and his grade?
Hey, Fabio, I think that he doesn't make that save, we probably end up losing 2-1, and we crack up. So I had to give him an A. That's a world-class save, and that's what we expect the Magic Mike every game, bro, not just like in derbies or important games. So I'm gonna give Magic Mike an A.
I like that. I think A is good too. A big save on De Vrij, like you just mentioned. Everything else, man, you look calm back there. And again, when you get a clean sheet and the goalkeeper has a clear hand in it, I think it's hard not to give him an A. Doesn't give up a goal. Good for Mike, man. Another good performance as the Capitan leads Milan through. All right, let's go. Let's see. Anybody else? I think everybody's agreeing with this one. Mike is A. Oscar, the man. I'm Mexican, but my firstborn name will be Tio Tejani Luca Vasquez. I love it. A couple of hitters going to confuse the hell out of his or her teachers, especially if it's a her. But I don't know. Gee, is your name unisex, bro?
Maybe. Yeah, man, it's unisex.
I like it. All right, so let's go, G. So we got Mike with the A. Let's go our back line. We'll start the right side. Tamori. What's your grade on Tamori?
You know what, Tamori, he showed leadership, because on that play that DeMarco, like, everybody was locked in. You could tell when we start yelling at like the 10-15 minute, like when he let Jimenez let DeMarco just like go like wide open, he just fell asleep. He was yelling at, he was telling them that we have to concentrate. So he was leadership, Fabio. on the pitch. So I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio. I think he was solid, Fabio.
You know
On
what?
my end.
I have Tomori as a B. I agree. I think he was pretty solid. He was very vocal at Jimenez when Jimenez made that mistake and kind of let that one shot on target that came from DeMarco, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Really, I like this one. Tomori was an animal in the semifinal second leg. RLC, Musa, Emerson Royale, and João Felix send them all packing along 3 clowns for Lani, Moncada, and Zlatan. Oh, baby. All right. Tomori was so good in a back 3. Tomori is good, man. I give him the B. I think that's fair. All right, let's go. Gabbia. Now, Gabbia had to be taken out early. 58th minute, hurts himself on a header, but it was a good job. He was clearing the ball out. It was in a dangerous position. But other than that, I thought he played pretty well. I have him at his B. What do you think about Gabbia?
Gabbia, man. I told you, Fabio, but you ain't believe in him, Fabio.
What you mean?
You said that he was washed, and because he was
I
playing
didn't
one
say
game
that.
for 10 minutes and all that, 10 games. I mean, I'm telling you, when Gabbia is consistency playing, and he does good. So I'm gonna give him a B, man. I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio.
I like it. I have Gabbia at a B too. I think he was a solid game for him, man, until he pulled his neck muscle, whatever that was. But hopefully he'll be all right. Pavlovic. Now Pavlovic, I gotta say, man, I feel like he had of the 3 center backs, I have him as a B as well. But I want to just put this caveat out there that I think he was the best of the 3. I feel like he did a lot of work. And he was all over Lautaro. And I think he did a pretty good job, man. And he was trying to drive the ball up every once in a while. He was passing. He wasn't, in the first half, it was a lot of we were stuck in our own half and couldn't really get the ball out. Everything was like long passes, trying to get the ball out to do something. But I think Pavlovic himself, Gio plus man crush equals Gabbia. Hell yeah. And you know what? They even got a special love note this summer. And now he's saying I wasn't down with the story. But all right. So Pavlovic, I have him at a B, maybe B plus, skewing towards an A. What you got on Pavlovic?
I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio. I think he was aggressive at the right time, and I think he was trying to. Sometimes he was because on Theo and Leo's side, they was since Bisek was playing like Cam and he was trying to play striker, he was overloading that side, so it was hard to get out. So sometimes like Pavlovic was taking the initiative to like make a killer pass and stuff like that, and also cutting stuff out. So yeah, man. Pavlovic should be, man. I think this formation suits all our defenders, man. I think it suits all our defenders.
It does. It definitely does, and it's getting the best. I didn't like the fact that we lost Tomori for a while. I always thought he was our best center back of all of our center backs, and he had been relegated, but at least with this back 3. Well, let's go now to Jimenez, our right wing back. Now, great assist on Jovic's goal, was a little defensively left exposed there on that early part with DeMarco, but overall I think Jimenez did pretty well today. One of his best games, I think, under Milan. Again, smart cross, find Jovic, start us off to get something in that first half. I have him at a B.
Yeah, man. I have him at a B, Fabio. But you're gonna get the good with the bad, like we had with Theo in the Scudetto winning season. That sometimes he was defensively a liability, but then he would score a goal and then we would all forget about it. So, I mean, just the kid got to learn. At least he's a little bit younger than Theo when he came. So maybe he could tweak a little thing or just put his positioning right. So, and then he could be in a better defensive position so he doesn't get burned like that. Yeah. But I mean, the guy is young, and it's just crazy that I'm glad we're finally seeing like a young pup. It's not one of the young pups I want. Well, I did want to see him, but I've been like super high on my guy Zaroli this whole time. I would like to see him, but Jimenez has been doing good because sometimes he plays good, sometimes he's not playing that good. But that's a young player learning his trade. I know he's not doing.
Isn't Zaroli on fucking loan?
Don't worry, Fabio. Bro, like, come on, man.
All right, let's go Tijani now, bro. Tijani gets the third goal. I thought he played pretty well. A lot of good passes. What grade do you have on him?
I mean, you know what, Tajani, man, $100 million man. Okay, Pep Guardiola. If you want him, you're gonna have to pay 160, 70 million. We not. He got a 9-year contract. He on that death row contract. But they,
Shit.
yeah. So now he just signed an extension, Fabio. He Power Ranger. We saw that 2029, like 20 something or whatever, 30. But no, I like it, Fabio. I like that he's playing, and bro, he's an engine, Fabio. How many games has he not played this whole season? He's played mostly all of them, and he still got an engine, bro. So I'm gonna give Tajani an A, man. I mean,
I have him at an A too, bro. I think it's a fair grade. I have a fair grade. He never misses any time. He's giving his heart out there, finds the net in the end.
making babies off the pitch, like it's crazy. This guy, he on that pink horsepower like like Cameron and Mace, bro.
Yeah, probably. Where's Lord Figo? Donde está? He's doing basement chores for his mama. Who knows, baby? Who knows? All right, so let's go now with our other midfielder, Fofana. What's your grade on Fofana?
Fofana, man, I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio, because he didn't take any stupid shots that I remember to Tribuna. I think he was doing what he had to do.
Yeah,
he was in there battling. He was in there battling with I must go to Turkey Barella to get my new hairline. And yeah, he was battling, Fabio. He was battling, man. I mean, and that's what I like to see. I don't like to see any stupid shots. I like him to recover the ball, hold the ball, make sure that they can't pressure us, and make sure he doesn't give the ball up too easily.
I agree. I think B is a fair grade. I still would like his passing to be a little better, but defensively solid. So let's go Theo Hernandez. What's your grade on Theo, bro?
Theo, he was good and then okay. That cross was good. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio, B minus, but we don't do B minuses, so it's kind of crazy.
I have him at a B. I have him at a B. Yeah. Look at that. Look at the ratings we have here. 7.6. Obviously, Tijani, fantastic grade, but Theo, I think he did enough today. I feel like a B is a fair grade to me. That's just me. Let's get to our front three, because this is where
and to Kanye, it's a B is good for him too.
Bro, don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. All right, we'll start with Pulisic, man. Lowest grade on this thing. And I honestly would say probably the lowest grade I have on here. He is my flop of the class. Sorry to tell you guys. This is no bueno. Definitely not Captain America. Too many bad passes, and he really didn't get in the game. Lost the ball a lot. I just feel like, yes, he wins the corner that leads to the second goal, but other than that, I feel like he really didn't do much. I feel like a D is a fair grade. What do you say, G?
I'm not gonna give him excuses, Fabio, but you could tell that his mind wants to do something, but his body is done, Fabio. He's been playing all these games too. Remember, he's not used to playing all these games, Fabio. So on my thing, I'm gonna give him a D, Fabio, D, because I expect better. I expect better.
Oh man, Pulley C, Pulley D, Captain America C. So you're saying D as well?
But I mean, can Chukwueze at least take the rest of the earn some of his salary and just bullshit on the field, because Captain America's legs are done, bro. He's been playing a lot too, Fabio.
Yeah, well, he better take a break this weekend then, so we get him fresh in 2 weeks when we got to play the final. Right, 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
May 14th. May 14th on the Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know how many weeks that is, but somebody will tell us.
If you're in LA, we'll look out for the page. We're gonna actually have our first midweek. We're gonna be there. Gio will be there. Gio will be there. Okay.
I like it, baby. I like it. You could have saved that for the end, All right, let's go Leao. All right, I know you're gonna have a lot of thoughts, so let me just get this out, bro. I had Leao at a D. until the assist. He has one good opportunity that he tries to find somebody else that, but the way he was getting bullied in the first half by Bistek or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, and Aslani. I mean, how do you let these guys get the best of you? Even Darmian, right? Darmian, I think, was out there too on his side. Like, you got to do better, bro. So I have him at a C, but he's lucky not to be getting a D. What are your thoughts?
You know what, Fabio? I'm gonna give him a D just because I don't want him to be selfless, bro. I need him to be selfish like Vinny Jr. You know, what the hell was that, bro? He slots those in. He's been slotting those in on that side plenty of time and against Inter too, bro. So I mean, just very disappointing. And I think sometimes with Leao, he's such a big of a star, him and Theo, that like if they get like one, like they just get an assist, it's like okay, yo, they did their job, they did GA. Like, come on, bro, that's not how the game is played, bro. It's like if LeBron threw like 40 points, but we lose by 40. You can't just be like, oh, LeBron did his shit, he go and all that. You can't do it, Fabio. It's like that. I'm giving you to layman's and other sports, so just because he got an assist, I mean, I don't really think
That's why I give him a C.
Yeah, we're giving him the C, man. I think he needs to be more selfless. Vinny Jr. slots that in, and then we doing the bachata merengue on that.
Absolutely. All right, the man of the hour, Luka Jovic. What's your grade on him, bro? I mean, it's gotta
Luka
be
Jovic, man. I'm gonna just say shout out my brother Luka Jovic, man. He served Inter with that Serbian sausage, hard body. He gave him that longanisa hard body, and they didn't even know what to do with him. Bro, like that header was crazy, Fabio.
That first one was a great header. Yes.
Yeah. He was like, take this Serbian sausage. Ah! And then the second one, he's just like, okay. It's like you know them quicks, Fabio, them quickies. Sometimes you just got to get it off. That's what he did on the second one. But oh, go, yeah, we going crazy, like
we going crazy, baby.
Shout out to our brother Peter in the chat, man. Shout out to him, the Serbian king himself, man. He been always on that shit.
Oh yeah, honestly, coast to coast on drugs, baby. Look, as Gator was, if the first half focusing 3 of their players on him. Well, I mean, again, Gio after dark is different. You're damn right, Oscar. Jovic was just on an unbelievable level today. And even Bonetti kept saying it on CBS that basically, like, this guy was heavily touted. This guy has been on big clubs. It wasn't just a Fiorentina or whatever from the last couple of years. This guy was on Frankfurt. He was on Real Madrid. He's been around. So, like, when he
60 million, Fabio, they paid 60.
When he shows up, he is remarkable. I mean, unbelievable. Just the performance we needed. Went out there and showed his worth, showed like, nah, man, don't just push me out. I'm not 3rd, 4th, 5th option. You give me the chance. And even me, I was upset saying, why are we going with him? He didn't do nothing on the weekend. I was ready to cast his ass aside because, like, you know, you got to come through in big moments. And today it made me say, you know what? This is why Conceição keeps looking at him. This is why we keep seeing him, because even with just a little bit of chance, if you get good quality play from everybody else and you find Jovic in those spots, he has the quality to make those plays. And today, fucking A, he did it. And you see why his goal average is so ridiculous. Let's go. Anthony in the fucking chat. Let it hang. Hey, yo, Bobby Cardi. Anthony, thank you, Anthony. Buonasera, gents. I have no other words to say for what a bizarre season that this team has had. Jovic deserves man of the match for his 2 goals. Hell yeah, Anthony. Jovic, A. It's not we don't need to go top and flop. It's Jovic top. Unfortunately, Pulisic is my flop. You agree?
Yeah, flop. Fabio Jovic, man. And you can see when they took him out, he was gassed, bro. Because he ran too, Fabio. He was defending too. He was linking up play in the midfield too. Like Jovic did a lot today.
Yeah.
And he was on smoke.
Guys, you think we're all on the same page that our top is obviously Jovic? I don't think anybody will dispute that. But who's your flop? Do you think it was Pulisic? Do you think it was Leao? You know, everybody else had a pretty good game, so it's really
Oh,
hard.
you know what?
What?
This guy, every time he comes on the pitch, he's the biggest flop of all time in a Milan jersey. I would rather see Mesba, Kevin Constant, Honda out there,
You
even
say João
Rami.
Felix?
Yeah, you know that Joao Felix is a fucking generational bomb, bro. And that's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, man, I would just say that today it's hard to really complain too much about what we saw.
Whoa.
Salamakas is my flop. Hey, yo, pause. He's not even in the game. All right, let's just talk about this, bro. Just a little bit, right? This game is not just any game, right? A derby is something on another level. And this year, after the disastrous 2024 season that was, we thought with this season, we knew we were in for 2 matches. That's a definite. It turns out being 5, right? We defeat them in, what was it, September? Shock the world there. We didn't think Fonseca had a chance. Then we shock them again in the Super Copa. They 2-0, and then they took 3 of them in the ass, baby. So that's right there, boom, 2 times, right? Then we play them in the league one more time. We get a draw. Say, all right. Let them come back in that game. Kind of thought, if you were watching it, like, oh, we took the lead, but we could see this stupid team and we give up the goal late at the end, and we let them get the 1 point. But then we draw them. We knew the way the bracket was going to work out, that if we wanted to make the final, there was a good chance we'd have to go through Inter in the semifinal. So we get the 2 legs. There's the 4th and 5th game. We tie the first one when, if we just held on a little more, tried to create something else, we could have tried to win that game. But this one was the only one that wasn't even a fucking contest. Again, 1 match with Fonseca, 4 with Conceição, and we end up coming out on top, and it's historic, G. 0 losses. After how many did we have with Pioli and the seasons before? Didn't we not have like a 7-game run?
Yeah, and I think weren't we like 22 to 24 aggregate to like 2, Fabio? 2, that was the worst. Like 24.
Yeah, we were bad. We were getting stomped out like a lot. So this is the first time we actually got to do the stomping. All right. But what is amazing for this is that we go a whole season with no losses to Inter when we played them 5 times, and we do something this season that we've never done before. We beat them in 3 separate tournaments. We've never, again, let's be honest. If that Super Copa is not this Fugazi 4-team, we're not even in that fucking tournament, and Inter wins the Super Copa. Okay? Most likely. I don't want to 100% say they would have beat Juve, but I would have said Inter's probably going to win that game. But to beat them here in the Coppa Italia, which, again, when we think about where we look at the season, we're going to talk about that. But the aggregate record of just 3-2 no losses, does Milan have a psychological edge, you think, over Inter? I mean, Inter is clearly, and I don't want to like really mince words when I say this, Inter is the better team. They are the better team. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but if you look at the team, I think catching them with these 2 games towards the end of the season was to our benefit more than them, because they have 2 other tournaments that they have to pay more attention to. Even though they wanted to win this one, you can't say, like, in the scheme of the 3 tournaments they're in, anybody's going to really look at the Coppa Italia and say, yeah, that's the important one. No, it's not. You're literally one more stumble on the league and you could possibly lose it. You're playing one of the best teams in Barcelona next week, so you better keep your eyes there and give your A game there. But the fact that Milan, a team that is floundering in the league, having a terrible season, some weeks we don't even know what we're getting in regards to this playing style, these players, their mentality, the coach, if he's even got them all on the same page. Horrible first halves, just pathetic. Sometimes they don't start playing until the last 30 minutes. I mean, sometimes this Milan looks lifeless, but in the derby, they are shot with an adrenaline up their ass like they just got a colonoscopy, and they come out there. And what do you think is the reason Milan has turned it around this season against Inter?
I think even though, like, if we don't think like Fonseca, nobody wanted him, but he got tactics more than Pioli ever will. Pioli is like like a guy that that he sees the one thing working, and that's always been his downfall. Look at him; he already got fired. Was Sede Siete, and then Conceição, he got his tactics, but maybe those tactics ain't good for Serie A. Maybe it's good for like other leagues. I think that's what it is. Pioli basically gave up, bro. Like, when you don't play your best player for 2 games of the derby, then basically Inter already walking in like they have won already. So it's just crazy, and I think it's just the tactics, that how we setting up, bro. Like, okay, you want to attack us on the right, that's fine. Then we got to attack you on the left, and then we're going to go on the midfield, and we're going to get it in the midfield, which basically what Pioli was like, give the ball to Leao and Dale and see what they could do. So that's the difference I see on my end.
Oscar has a good point. He says, we go into the derby with nothing to lose. Inter have been playing for everything all season. We haven't. That's our edge. You think he has a point there?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I knew that these 2 games we were gonna ball out. I didn't know if we were gonna win or not, but I told everybody on Twitter,
Yeah.
if not, I said the season's done. Let's focus on this and let's get a trophy, because this is what the club is all about, Fabio. I know there's a lot of fake fans out there saying that what is a Coppa Italia? Like, come on, bro. Like, are we playing dumb now? Like, come on, bro. Like, I know you guys don't like the ownership, but you think Fabio likes his New York Knicks racist owner? No, he doesn't like him. But he support the team because that's what we grew up to support, bro. We can't change it. Just support the team, good, bad, and ugly. And then when we come back on top, you don't look like a crazy person. That's all I'm saying, Fabio.
Exactly. So let's bring up to the next topic, guys. Right? Because I'm excited tonight, and I don't want to come off like, well, we won already. We won, because we haven't, right? But I have to pose this question. Season saver, or is it just too little too late? So I ask you, G, if we were, again, I don't, no offense to Empoli, but it's pretty much you're down 3-0 to Bologna. Bologna seems to have punched their ticket. They're halfway there. They got 1 foot in. We expect the other foot to get in there tomorrow night. But Milan's last realistic chance at a trophy, right, to win the Coppa Italia, what does that come with as well? Well, it comes in with an automatic berth into the Europa League, right? But without this win, right, Europe is out of the question for us sitting in 9th place. So do you think that the question I guess I want to pose is, do you think it's a success, right? Or it's still a failure of a season? If we, I guess, a 2-parter, right? If we win, do you think of it as a success? If we don't, what are your thoughts then?
I think it's an okay season, Fabio, but we're gonna have the memories for our life. Me, I'm gonna call you if we lift that Coppa Italia. We're gonna cry together, no Diddy shit, but we just gonna do what we did, and we're gonna celebrate. And that's gonna be our show. We're not gonna even know how we showing up. We're showing up smashed, drunk, or whatever. We don't care. To be honest with you, Fabio, I think the season would just be okay, but it'll be a memorable one. we'll have had a better season besides the winner of the Scudetto. That's what would basically it. So if say um Napoli won the Scudetto, we won Coppa Italia, we had a better season than Inter. We smashed them up 3 times. We gave them the long, and basically they end up with no trophy. The only thing that suits them is financially. That's it. So it just depends how I think it's an okay season, and it's a memorable one. Just like look at Terry. Terry been going through shit with Manchester United, but last 2 years he's been able to celebrate a trophy. So I mean,
And when's our last Coppa Italia? 2004?
2003, 2000, yeah, no, no, 2023, yeah, because then 2003,
Okay.
2004 jersey, yeah,
Wait.
yeah,
So 2003, we won
so
the
two,
Champions League? Oh, two. All right. I
yeah,
don't remember. I don't have it up. So, but it's been a while. It's been over 20 years since
yeah,
we've
it's been
won
over
one.
20.
So, to me, where's Facebook Frank when we need him?
Come on, Facebook, I know you're gonna correct me right now. Come on.
Pablo's Oscar saying too late. We're still finishing ninth. A good Copa campaign doesn't outweigh a horrible league campaign. We'll probably draw or lose to Venezia on Sunday. That's how it's gone for us all season. 100%. A lot of people, Tony, same thing. Not a success. 2003. Absolutely. Thank you. See, you're right.
So
2003.
2, 2, 2, 3, yeah, yeah.
So to me, all right. So Pablo has a great point here. Getting the right sporting director, like Stevie kept mentioning on Monday's show, and cleaning management house is the only success I care about. We need a clean slate from a disaster of a season caused by owner and management. Hashtag Redbird out. Yeah, same year that we won the Champions League. We won the Coppa Italia last 2003. Damn, it's been a while. Gee, that's when we graduated high school, bro. That's a long fucking time ago now. That's a little too fucking long, bro. A little too fucking long. But yeah, we beat Lazio in the Coppa Italia in 2003. Thank you, Paolo. All right, so Anthony, my man, speaking of Coach out, if we win our remaining games and win the Coppa Italia, does management consider keeping him? Anthony is ahead of the fucking game. Anthony, you are the man. Thank you so much, bro. But let's focus on his questions. Since he asked, let's do it. Conceição in or out? So what do you say, G? Conceição with 4 games defeated Inter twice. 2 ties, 2 wins. And both times in the damn clinching game that we needed him to do. So, come on, bro. Are you giving Conceição a chance to hang in? Or
if you win 2 trophies, Fabio, it's gonna be like that continuity that they wanted when Pioli got it. Fabio, remember we went on this run and then the next year we won the league. Remember that? That when Ragnick was gonna come, they might do that like that. Remember? Ragnick was gonna come in. He was gonna
I think that was 2020, right? Yeah, when we came back from the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think we finished 4th that year.
And then and then boom, and then we do work, and then we went on to win Scudetto. I don't, but that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, has he gained my confidence? Yeah, a little bit, but a little bit too late going to the back 3. We're playing, even though we lost for the Atalanta. Atalanta were basically lucky. They blocked a lot of shots, Fabio. On a different day, we smashed them like we smashed Inter. And I think I don't know. I think that's why Inter have been able, like, since they got Limoni, they got Coppa Italia, they got Scudetto. I think the continuity, like, has you playing the same style of way. Now, if you're not winning any trophies, then sure, like, you got to get rid of the manager, but it's gonna be hard. As long as he don't play Musa, he in for me if he wins this trophy.
You know what? When I look at it, I think that it's hard to expect a sporting director to come in and say, yeah, you got to keep the coach because he did good last year. It's like, no. I mean, I think no matter what, he came midseason. Tony's right. I like what he said, right? Maybe give him a year, but you know what? That comes at the wrong cost because I'm sorry. When he came, we were not in 9th place, right? When he came, we were doing at least a little better. Not great, but we weren't this far off. We haven't made up any ground. And yeah, you've been able to take on Inter, but if you see the amount of points, and Steve mentioned it, and again, he hasn't been there for all of the games. So let's not make him completely responsible for this stat. But when you look at Milan and you say the direct competition of the 8 teams ahead of them and the amount of points they've actually been able to get, we used to make fun, like Milan could play against the teams at the top of the table, but when they play like the bottom 5, they don't know what they're doing. They're playing down to them. Well, they haven't been able to play up at all because we have 8 points out of 42. 8 out of 42 against the teams that are directly ahead of us, our rivals this year. So that's unacceptable. That's pretty poor. Is it all Fonseca? No. Is Conceição definitely responsible for some of that? Of course. But I think no matter what, you have to say, Conceição, thank you. We appreciate you for coming for this 6 months and at least providing this team a little grinta, right? Even though the tactics and stuff like that, I don't know if he's really the man. I still believe I want an Italian in Italy. I think Italian coaches are the way to go, but you can't keep him. I think if he can do it and pulls it out, you have to let the new sporting director pick whoever he wants to be the coach. And I hope some of these people are fired. I don't want them to just hire a sporting director and everybody keeps their job or changes their title or something like that. Somebody's got to be fired, man. Somebody's got to be fired. I like Conceição. I like that he's trying to like wake this fucking team up, but he's not. Listen, he's not Carlo. He's not Pep. He's not some of the best coaches out there right now. I think he's a good coach, and maybe he'll be great somewhere else. But for Milan, in these mini tournaments, he's been able to do good. But what did he do in the Champions League? We still lost against Frosinone. We still don't look good in the league. And those are the 2 things we care the most about. So if he helps us qualify for Europa League, I say thank you. I'd even give him a bonus, but we're still not picking up his contract because you got to let, unless the next coach, the next sporting director believes in him and wants him to stay and whatever, fine. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I don't think that would be the smart move. But I don't know. You think I'm crazy, bro? You want him? You said you want him to stay if they win.
No, I don't know. I don't know. It's up to them, Fabio.
All right, we got this one, bro. Here, you could only keep one. Abraham or Jovic? Who are you picking?
Jovic. He got me into that final, man.
And he's much cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Cheaper to keep Jovic. It takes all to renew his contract. Yep, that's right. Absolutely. Reported Conceição still expected to leave. Yep, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. All right, so let's go. We're almost here, almost 50 minutes. So what else I have on here? All right, let's give a little love.
You're acting like Lord Figo. You're disappearing.
All right. You're getting me all flustered here. Now I'm totally lost. All right, G. We got to talk about what we were mentioning, right? You can't be a fake fan. There's a lot of fake fans out there, right? So let's do parting shots here, bro. What you want to say to the fake fans out there? Because there's a lot of them, bro.
There's a lot of them talking that.
There's some ketchup. Ketchup is here. I don't know, bro. I don't think that's that Heinz ketchup. He's talking junk.
Look, man. I mean, if you can't celebrate a derby win, okay, just put it that it's not a Coppa Italia. Just put it, it's just a derby. Like any derby, like it's crazy. I mean, if you can't celebrate and stuff like that, that's fine. We don't have to like the management. You could fan them how you fan them. But my fan is I'm loyal to the soil. Whether we're good.
Look at Gio dying, bro. Gio dying. Go ahead.
Whether
bro.
we're shit, I mean, or we draw, or we're okay. It is what it is, man. I mean, we just support the team in the good and the bad, and that's what being a fan is. I never heard no dictionary thing. The fan said, "Oh, you just have to pick a winner," because look at Man City fans, they're not complaining. They won 4 titles in a row, bro, and they had a down season, but they know they about to spend big. So that's what the fandom. I see a lot of people that don't like Redbird. That's fine, don't like Redbird, but today nobody's tweet should have been about Redbird today, or post about Redbird today should have just been like, we smashed up on ha ha Chanu laglu fitu de
Figlio di
putana.
puttana, ciao,
Chanu
no.
laglu fitu
Figlio
de
di
putana.
puttana.
That's all. Remember, we just dumped on his ass, bro. So I mean, we just dumped on him. So I mean, if you can't support us in the bad, I don't want to see you. Look, if you're a fake ass fan and we win Copa Italia, and I see you posting any pictures of the guys in trophy, we're calling you out here. We're gonna have uh uh a show called Busted Snitching.
Busted snitching. We're bringing it back.
The Exposers.
Listen, if you didn't want us to win because you got some sort of narrative in your head that it's all about Furlani and Moncada and Ibra and Jerry, and we got to tell them you ruined Milan. Yeah, we all know they ruined Milan, all right? But the thing is that the team comes first. Winning a derby comes before you trying to make your point of, oh, see, this stupid American and these dumb guys, they're ruining the team. Yes, they're not smart and they're not doing great, all right? But if they can somehow drag this stupid team, and sometimes we have dumb players out there, but for some reason against Inter in these games, they show up and they play really well. You as a fan should not be like secretly hoping that we don't win so your agenda is fulfilled. Oh, great. Good for you, right? You don't get to celebrate now if you wanted us to fail, if you thought we were going to fail, all right? Because you should be coming out with some actual pride, but it's not there, all right? So real fan support in the dark moments and celebrate in the light. And tonight, the light is fucking bright, and they better not put it out on us. So we're just going to sit here and say, and this is to all the other Milan content creators out there, because the ones that are good ones and show love to us and we show love back, we know that they're the same ilk like us. We encourage unity amongst us Milan fans. No other Milan fans attacking other Milan fans, saying, oh, this, that, talking shit. Like, look, support the club. Don't be frauds. That's all you got to do. We're all on the same page. Nobody is happy about management. But that is a problem for the summertime, my friends, or the winter time, wherever the fuck you are in this world. But right now, we still are in fucking position to win a trophy. And I don't know about you, but when I started watching Milan, that's what they were doing. So I want to continue that, all right? Let's fucking go. If you want to grow the damn league in every fucking country, you have to win, guys. We don't need more Interista fans. We don't need more Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City. We need Milan fans. And how you did it is by winning. And guys, I'll tell you this. If you have a chance, go support whatever club you are by. There are tons of Milan fans all around the world in every major city. And even if they don't have one in your city, be a pioneer, baby. Go out there, find a bar or find a venue, do it yourself, grow a little grassroots movement, and it'll be a beautiful thing. But me and Gio, we're going to try our best to be with our individual clubs. My club always, New York City Club. Sorry, guys, the best club in the world. All right. We're going to be there, of course, not this Sunday, but the next game and definitely the midweek game in the final. So I hope you guys are there with us. Gee, any other parting shots, parting words before we peace out tonight?
Nah, man. Just shout out to everybody always with the support, man. Let's just stick together and we'll figure it out, man. And then Oscar saying that he gonna bring you the pizza. You better not be on no Kanye thing, Oscar. You better not be on no Kanye.
Oscar, listen, if you come over here, don't you worry, man. I'll meet you at the club, son. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate your constant support. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. G, any other parting shots, any words? Peace, everybody.
Lord Figo, you are officially banned from the fucking channel.
Yeah, look at my shit, baby. Give me the double thumbs up. Give it to me. Come on, computer. Don't fucking let me down. It fucking let me down. You know what? It never will, because I can do it my goddamn self. Are you ready, G? Let's fucking go. That's right. Tell your boys, tell your friends, tell everybody. Milan back on top of the world. Peace out, everybody. Good night.